Hello, I Love San Bernardino. We're here at the Garcia Center with Mr. Garcia, and could you tell us a little bit about this place and why you decided to open up this cultural center?
We had a long history of having groups who were wanting to raise funds. We rented the Sturgis Center. We paid for everything, and they provided their concerts and sold their tickets and kept all the money.
Okay.
That's what we did for 5 years. But then we noticed this building, and we thought, how much better could we do things here with lessons and experiences for people in the community? And that's when we got started with this. The main organization that acquired this property is San Bernardino Valley Concert Association, and it was ran parallel to the symphony, but in a very different way. It joined the group called Community Concerts, which had traveling groups from Europe, New York, Chicago, San Francisco on their schedule. And so our organization in those years then collected money from the membership and then came up with a budget to bring a group from Salzburg, which happened to be traveling to California, or a ballet from San Francisco. Mm-hmm. And we had very, very excellent programs that paralleled the symphony. The symphony just performed concerts, of course, but we had more than that. So
you wanted to do more than the symphony, you want to do more for culture?
A wider offering. We had a lot of dance.
And this is your idea, your dream is the Garcia Center here.
Well, this was not in the picture at those days. We performed first. I wasn't even around because it was formed in 1938.
Oh.
So it was at San Bernardino High School for a while with the concerts from all over the place, and then to Sturgis Center, and then to the California Theater. After our group got very gray,
which happens?
It happens, and no big rush to get younger people involved. The membership grew so small that it could not support what we were trying to do. Well, one of our members, very known musicologist, Frank Plash, died about 10, 12 years ago. And we didn't know he had any money, but he left us a nice nest egg to continue. Oh. So we were able to then find out about this building, which was going to be demolished.
So you saved this historic building?
Well, that closed. Well, the water department saved it by leasing it to us in a very long lease for $1 a year.
Because this is old style brickwork. The pillars in there are hand carved, some of them, man. Incredible.
This is from the FDR administration. In 1932, when he was elected, they formed a National Recovery Act. Actually, it had been formed before he came in, under Hoover. But along with that was the WPA, which is Works Progress Administration. Okay. And they started then building buildings like this and libraries.
And doing archaeology and all kinds of things.
And what they did here, the water department contracted to have this done. Now, the adobes are 18 inches long by 9 inches wide, so the walls here are at least 18 inches wide. And what happened in those days with the Works Progress Administration was that the government would say, employ as many people as you can justify. And so they employed carpenters and everybody to come and build these buildings.
And we did Highway 18 in San Bernardino.
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
We need to do some of those programs now, and then
well, you know,
you're kind of doing something like that
when
now.
When Obama first went in, he wanted to do the infrastructure thing and say, let's rebuild our roads, our bridges, all these things, employ people to do it so that they earn money and it goes into the economy. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly why they said employ as many people as you can justify. And all these doors, particularly the double doors like those, I have it in some information that they would hire, let's say, 4 carpenters to build those two double doors. Okay, they are not standard. The 2 carpenters over here, you got the measurements as far as the width of the doors, but then when you look at the panes in the window, they're not standard. So when I started buying glass for the doors that had been broken, some of them were as much as 1/4 of an inch off from the other one.
So it has to be historically renovated, not just from Home Depot.
Yeah, and they weren't building these things to a standard where they just went ahead and built them someplace else and then shipped them in. These were individually built.
But that actually makes it more special in an architectural way.
Sure.
Yeah.
And some of the tile in our office, which is over there, and in a couple of the other rooms, the tiles were cast here, right on the grounds. Now the tiles in the auditorium were a replacement of around I would say, late 50s, early 60s.
Okay.
In about 70-some and early 80s, this became a cultural center. It was also a fire station.
Okay. So
There's a big door out there.
It's a huge building. How many rooms does it have?
Well, it has 8,000 square feet. In this part of it. Now, there's another building that's going to house the glass blowing.
Okay.
And another small building will have ceramics. And they're doing bowls and that sort of thing, but also creative sculpture, where you get a bunch.
San Bernardino needs these programs.
Yeah,
I remember having them in high school. They just don't have that stuff anymore.
That's why we're here. And I'll tell you, some people with some vision, and we had, I don't know if you saw the list of people in there, we had 86 volunteers working here. And we had high school students doing their community service, and university students doing community service. And Generation Now is very much involved.
They're all loving San Bernardino.
They are all Generation Now folks doing this. This is a fundraiser.
Yeah, this is a great job. I'm having a great time in there.
It's a fundraiser for us. And then we had all these old guys like me, retired carpenters and this and that, and so.
What are you, like 54?
And anyway, I was going to have a T-shirt made, Generation Then.
Well, don't start. You're still part of this generation right now, and we need your generation to look out.
I'm an old guy.
Yeah, but we need the elders there to help us guide San Bernardino.
Well, that's why we work. That's why we work in Generation Now. You know, someone said, "Well, all those young people, how do you get along with them?" I said, "Are you kidding?
They're great people.
We're compadres. And they come to our house and talk about things. And
they'll bend over backwards to help San Bernardino in our parks, and the work they've done at Second Lake is just incredible. The mural project.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And see what happens here when you're as old as I am. You make friends way back. And my very good friend Bill Leonard was a real staunch San Bernardino guy. Told me, make friends before you need them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
and you know what's
sense.
happening? People would just come and volunteer. A guy was driving across here one day, and I don't know what I was doing here, but he called me, and I was on talk to him. He moved to the beach about 30 years ago, but he comes often to San Bernardino because he loves the city, but it was imperative that he moved. Well, I said, hey, get back over here because we'll put you to work right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So how would someone go to get a hold of you guys if they wanted to volunteer here?
We now have a phone here, and I'm here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday mornings. Okay. And until we get other people trained to take over.
And then you're going to have multiple programs here. We have ceramics and glass blowing. You have art here.
We have a group called San Bernardino Sings Folk Songs.
Oh, great!
And,
That's like Penny University style.
Yeah, and we have a big poster of Penny University in there. And anyway, they're going to perform soon. We're going to put on our first play. Will be Love Letters. I don't know if you know the work, but it's just two people
Okay.
Sometime in May, we're beginning to rehearse.
When's your next big cultural event here?
Well, it's the third Saturday of the month. Is when we have Poetry IE. I don't know if you know them.
Okay.
Poetry
all right.
IE are real
I've
good.
seen that online. Yes.
They're good friends of ours, and in fact, one of the persons, Cindy Rennie, is on our board for the Valley Concert Association,
Okay.
which is the sponsor of this. Yeah, and so we had a reading last week that would have blown you out of the seat. It was so
It was some good stuff, some good
A
poetry.
poet, a professional poet, who's also a college professor, Olga Garcia, spoke.
Okay.
My God. Oh.
It was some beautiful
I mean,
art.
beautiful. Well, just you really have to admire people who can really use the language
And perform with
those
it, yes.
words come out of she was fantastic. And then two who are not as well known as Olga, and they were the supporting readers,
Okay.
and both of them were just excellent.
They did a great job. as well.
Excellent. And that event is free. Now, the generation now that's running this decided to start charging a little bit, and we got a one-day wine permit so that we can sell wine for
Yeah,
$2
this
a
is
glass.
great.
But
Would
anyway, it's a great facility, and if you'll notice that our security door, they put that net.
It hides it.
And it
yeah.
hides everything. It's just a black thing. And so we decided that wasn't going to happen. We want the doors to be seen because those are tremendously beautiful doors.
So this was built in 1938?
35.
35.
It was finished in 35.
Okay, finished in 35, and this was, it is part Adobe.
All the doors.
Adobe. Okay, so was the brick added there, or?
Well, I'll tell you what. A structural engineer looked at this building. And see, all of these columns are just faced with brick. Inside, it's solid concrete with rebar like you wouldn't believe.
Seriously.
And he looked at this building here and noticed the beams, the huge beams up above,
Okay.
and the whole thing rests on these columns. So he said, in most buildings, when they have an earthquake, the walls collapse and the roof comes down. The roof won't come down here.
Not
The walls
easy.
might collapse, but they won't
With those
come down.
beams there too, the beams in there are huge.
20 inch.
Yeah, I'm wondering if those are from our mountains too. They're huge.
I don't know where the wood came from, but
The-
they were hewn.
Do you think the dirt came from this property?
I think that probably the clay.
We have several adobes on from Mancha and Valencia that were built
yeah.
by Mr. Baker.
Right.
Did Mr. Baker have anything to do with this?
Historically, I'd have to research that. I don't know.
Do you remember have you heard that story before?
No.
Like he wanted to try to build houses during World War II when all the materials were gone.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you where the clay came from for much of this stuff. If you ever go to Grand Terrace,
Okay.
look around Grand Terrace and beyond, and you'll see.
Good clay deposits up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you, Mr. Garcia. That was an excellent interview. Hello, I Love San Bernardino. We're here at the Garcia Center with famous artist.
Elizabeth Flores.
She's a local here from San Bernardino, and you came to teach a class here at the Garcia Center. What are you going to teach today?
I'm going to be teaching a small painting tutorial of this painting here.
That's incredible. Look at it. It's like a lovely couple here, chilling. Are they about to kiss?
Yeah.
Ooh,
we call
romantic.
we call it colorful romance.
It's very beautiful, and that's what I get to paint today.
Yeah, that's what you get to paint today.
That's incredible, team.
On your mixing plate, if you don't have a mixing plate, just let them know.
I might need 2 bibs.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
I'm just a messy baby.
So we're gonna get blue and white. And we're gonna try to make like a lighter shade of blue. Try to use more white than blue, so you can get a really light shade of blue. So I got some big brushes. You can use the sponges, you can use the big brush. Whatever's bigger than the small tip brushes would work for you.
to do it.
So we know that this.
What do you think, team? Speaking of green, where is Elmo?
I just dab it all across underneath the egg. Okay, we're splotching. We're splotching all across. It's very therapeutic, you know? That's what I do when I get home. Oh, it splotches blue.
All
You
right,
can do
go.
like a splotchy egg shape.
Teaching over.
Like that.
Robert, just
She's teaching. Mr. Locker, he's following me at the camera. I think the wind's kicking in.
So you can wash your brush. Just wash it really good so you don't get purple. And we're gonna go ahead and get some red on our brush like this. And then we're gonna go ahead and put some red at the top right here. So we're gonna leave like about an inch for the green. And right below, we're gonna put some red. Yeah, see, you weren't yellow, you were very orange. Like I That's what I'm doing. I'm just setting up a little bit. I don't want some yellow here. I'll take some more here. It always goes back.
Can you overdo it?
Yeah.
So I think I should probably.
So what this is going to be right here, this is going to be the ground. Because this is where we're going to put our little couple. So you can always make it go down like that. Just add like colors like that. If you want
That's always Love San Bernardino.
That's it. We're done. Good job.
Yay! We're done! Come check this out. Is that Loving San Bernardino or what? So, what do you think about this painting course done through Generation Now? It's incredible, huh? I really had I really had a great time painting this couple right here.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I originally thought it was going to be much harder than it was, and when I got done, I was surprised at how good the professor showed us how to paint. It really is a step-by-step process. So what did you think of the whole class altogether?
I thought it was great. I'm going to come back.
You're going to come back. And what do you think about Generation Now and what they've done with the Garcia Center here?
It's a great program.
And
I really like it.
and
It's something that San Bernardino needs.
do you love San Bernardino with all your heart? So do I.
Been here for a long time.
How many years have you been to San Bernardino?
30 years.
And what was your name?
Joan,
Joan? Well, pleasure to do this interview with you.
thank you very much.
So what did you think about this course in painting over here at the Garcia Center, sir? It's wonderful, Emma. What was your name?
Laverne.
Laverne, how long you been in San Bernardino?
Since 2001.
2001, and have you been involved in other projects like this?
My wife? Oh, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
It depends on my work schedule.
Ma'am, did you have a good time tonight? Yeah. What was your favorite part? Painting. Did you like that there was refreshments and a little bit of wine? Right on, right on. And would you come again?
Yeah, I would.
Well, that's great to hear. And you guys did a wonderful artwork. Actually, some of the best pieces I've seen in here. Right on, good job. Great couples work. So we're over here at the Garcia Center at their Spirits in Art.
You know what? For my first time, man, I am overjoyed, you know, and just an honor. You know, I think I did pretty good. I'm elated.
And I think a lot of the pieces look very similar. The artist did well teaching us what to do. But
Oh,
man,
right, yeah, right. You
I
must
did
be
have a
on
good time.
Canada's corner right now.
I did it.
We family down here, man. Good man, good man.
For San Bernardino.
That's what's up. That's what's
Hello,
up.
I am San Bernardino. We're here at the Garcia Center with Generation Now and their painting project, Spirits in Art, correct?
Yes.
Now, how'd you guys come up with this idea?
Well, I had been to a similar event where everyone paints the same picture and you drink wine and you just have a good time.
How much wine have you had?
Tonight, none, because I was working.
Well, you don't have to have wine at this event. I didn't have any wine, but my picture looks similar to the rest. And the professor did a great job teaching us how to draw these wonderful pieces. They're all a little bit different, and they added to our own little taste of art. But I had a great time. Thank you so much, Generation Now. You do great things for San Bernardino.
Yeah, we're glad that you came, and that's the point. We want people to have fun and be artistic and creative. And
Can you name the people involved with this project today?
myself, Sania, and Mariam.
Could you please tell us about Generation Now?
San Bernardino Generation Now was formed in 2013 following the city's bankruptcy. A group of young people came together and they wanted to be involved in who would take over the city administration after the bankruptcy. They felt that the administration had failed us, especially as youth. There's not a lot of programming towards youth.
So you basically are helping better San Bernardino in the way that you guys can, and through from a youth's perspective.
Yes.
And I have to say, Generation Now has been involved in so many of things in San Bernardino that I've been involved in. I'm very proud of you all, and you've really, really loved San Bernardino, and the work you've done over there at Second Lake is incredible. Incredible. That artwork is just enhances the whole area. It gives it. We actually have some beautiful murals done by Generation Now and groups of artists over at Second Lake that everyone should check out. Beautiful work. What are the next projects Generation Now is going to get involved in?
We're going to start interviewing candidates for political office, the state assembly candidates that are running, the congressional candidates. We're going to have a big voter registration drive.
That's great.
Last fall, we, along with LULAC, we registered over 1,000 high school seniors here in San Bernardino.
That's incredible. San Bernardino really needs to get out there and vote.
Mm-hmm. Especially young people.
And what was your name?
Alex Beltran.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you.
We love San Bernardino. That is beautiful.
And some of the old timers here who went to classes here told me at one time that they ate some of these bananas when they were kids.
Oh, and they're still there.
Yep. You can't kill them. I tried.